Hi, everybody. Okay, back again for a quick just update on that new Gmail at Lakewood City Schools. A couple of people have messaged me or commented or reached out through email, which is awesome. I love it. And just asked because they've had some things show up differently than what I showed. So let me just give my disclaimer. I did log in like on day one. I was like, woohoo, Gmail, I'm super psyched. So I logged in and nothing was there. I'm like, okay, what the heck? That didn't work. But I gave it some time and I said, settle down. You have a huge inbox because I did and I still do. And I just was patient. Eventually, I logged in again that evening. I checked it the next day. Kind of obsessively kept looking at it and kept being patient. And eventually things started to populate. So things just started to drop into my inbox. I'm going to show you another thing that I had another question. So just first of all, be patient. That's all I can say. Log in often. Maybe leave it logged in. Just sit for a second because it's processing huge amounts of information. So it's just taking a little while. So, don't do your work. It's summer. But if you're a nerd like me, just leave it logged in or check it frequently, and eventually they'll start dropping in. So the other question I had is about spam, and I want to address that because it's pretty important and easier to do now than it would be in the fall. I guess like easier to do bit by bit than it would be all at once. And the longer we wait, the more it's going to build up. So I wanted to show you how to fix that problem if it is a problem for you. So again, make sure you're logged in through your school account like I am. You can see my address here. I'm logged in. Go ahead and hit that link to get yourself to Gmail. If you bookmarked it, it should be in your bookmarks bar. You can hit the link here, or you can check the waffle, or Google the word Gmail. All kinds of lovely options. It's going to load up your Gmail. And I'm going to have you look over on the left-hand side. That's where your folders will populate. Now, some people are seeing their email come in, and with mine it was like super weird. Like I was getting emails from like 2015, and they were like, "Oh, new in your inbox," and I was like, "Huh, that's 2 years old. It's not really new." But as you can see, 7,053. I have not been the best organizer of my Gmail or email or Outlook, whatever you want to call it. So I have a huge inbox. You probably do too. So it's just going to take some time. So I did have messages for a while that were like super old ones and nothing new. And then I didn't have folders. But like I said, I just kept logging in and I was patient and I left it logged in and I let it populate. And eventually it's all kind of sorted itself out. So your folders should be along the left hand side, just like they were in Outlook. And if you scroll down, now I have to click this more button because I have so many folders. But you want to click, or you want to scroll down and hit more if you need to until you see the spam folder. So I'm going to click on my spam folder. And when I get there, I'm going to see that there are some things in my spam that I don't want to be in my spam. Now, I did this earlier today when I was working on it to try and solve this problem. So things are a little different than yours might look. But there's still some things in here that are not spam. So I'm a member of some Google Plus communities like the Seesaw Ambassadors, and I want those notifications. This is not spam. So I'm going to select here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit just to make sure. Oh, Discovery Education, I really like getting their updates. They have some great stuff. So I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to check that one too. Seesaw I already got, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. Some of these other ones I'm not really that concerned about. It's okay if I miss out on those. So I've got two messages that are not spam. So I selected them. You can see they're checked and highlighted. And I'm going to click right here where it says not spam. Doing that, you can see, moves those messages to your inbox. So I'm going to go back up to my inbox. I just had to scroll. And I should be able to see those now in here. So I see the Seesaw Ambassador one. And I'm going to go ahead and look for that Discovery Education one. Here it is. So I'm going to click on my Discovery Education, and I'll explain why I'm not using the Seesaw one in a second. But so you click on that message, and this is a pain, I admit it, and maybe it'll be improved in the future. I don't know, but I don't want to miss out on these emails. So I'm going to click my More button here, and I'm going to add, it should say Add Contact. Now, I already did that this morning, but like right over here, it'll say Add Contact to your emails. So that will make it not go to spam in the future. Let's see if I can find one to show you that. All right, let's pretend I really love Eileen Murphy and her Think Circa webinars. I don't actually, so I'm doing this for you guys. I'm going to click not spam. It's going to go to my inbox. I'm going to find that girl, Eileen Murphy. Where is she? She might be on the next. And did you see? Remember, I was showing you I have 7,000 emails. So they're only showing you your first 50, which is like super nice of Google, but also super misleading because I have a lot more work that needs to be organized. So I'm gonna look for that Eileen Murphy. Here she is. I'm gonna not click her, but open her. And I'm going to do that same process I did, and I'm going to I'm going to click at that little arrow, then I'm going to click Add Eileen Murphy to Contacts List. That way, any further emails that Eileen Murphy, the founder and CEO of Think Circa, anytime she sends those to me, they're going to go to my inbox instead of my spam. So if you want to go through your spam and find some things that belong in your inbox, that's the process you have to take. You have to go to the spam folder first, select them, and click Not Spam, just like I did. And then you're going to go to your inbox, find those messages, and individually click on them to move them or to add that contact to your contacts list. That way in the future they won't go to spam. I know, huge pain, and I'm sorry. I wish it was easier. I have been the one saying Google is awesome, and it is. I promise, it's awesome. But that is how you have to take care of that problem. Okay, and I promised I'd tell you about Seesaw. So I don't know yet. I don't know why I can't get that message in here. It doesn't say add Seesaw. It says I can block them. It says I can delete it, but it doesn't say add. So I haven't figured that one out yet. If anyone has, oh my gosh, tell me. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Be patient. Your folders and emails will populate. The more you log in and the longer you stay logged in, the faster that will go, I think. I'm guessing, but that's how it worked for me. And then if you have some time to check your spam folder, make sure you move those to your inbox and then individually move each one to your contact lists. That's it. Thank you so much. Any questions? Keep them coming. Let's get through this together.